If we want our students to reflect and reflect meaningfully, then we have to teach them how to do that.
The Deeper Learning Academy is a cohort of public schools who are working together to incorporate the deeper learning competencies. The cohort is made up of teachers who are committed to designing and implementing interventions in their classroom and schools that deepen student learning. Teachers at Middletown High did a school-wide evaluation to explore what deeper learning competencies they were providing and which they could use more of.
As a team last spring, we met. We tried to figure out kind of as a leadership group, which isn't necessarily all just administrators, but a kind of a variety of teachers and leaders and administrators. We just discussed to brainstorm some ideas of what we could do to kind of make learning better in our school.
They felt that they needed to further support their students in learning to learn. After identifying their challenge, they chose to look at the digital portfolio as a place of opportunity.
We've had this great system that has great tools, but we don't believe that our students do much reflection on it, which is the whole idea of the portfolio. So students have artifacts and teachers give portfolio tasks, but then what? It basically is a checklist for graduation, and we all felt that if we were going to have our students find meaning in it, that it needed to be meaningful.
Although this was a large and complex endeavor, they were able to tackle the challenge by making small hacks towards building a reflective mindset.
Instead of counting the homework, I did something called a homework quiz. I called it a homework quiz or a homework check-in, and it counted as 10% of their grade, but they had 3 or 4 tries to redo it if they needed to. And that was part of the bigger scheme, was a retake policy. I think you should be able to retake anything you want, so why not put steps in place where if you want to retake a test or a quiz, you have to follow these rules. I found doing it that a lot of students liked it. They liked the fact that they had to kind of jump through hoops after a while because they were starting to learn and they saw the progress. They saw their own progress versus me just telling them, yeah, you did better on this time around. They got to see it themselves.
These implemented practices scaffolded reflection by giving students the space and time to uncover their own mistakes.
My students and the ELL students did a virtual field trip, and when it was over, the kids recorded thank you messages in Spanish to the gentleman who gave us the tour. The message is one piece, but then for the students to listen to their message and, oh, I made a mistake here when I said this, or I wish I had done this differently, or I need to make better eye contact, whatever that is, it allows them, not just to, they can see it live, what they're doing, and in language, it's all about interaction.
Although the team wasn't able to redesign the digital portfolio immediately, Kirsten took small steps to hack it by integrating an app that allowed her students to record themselves, assess their performance, and get feedback from their peers.
I think it'll be much more rich and much more organic or student-driven or coming from them in the long run when they're choosing and becoming involved of, representing what they've learned, not what we expect them to learn.
For more information on the Deeper Learning Academy, visit the Levers to Learn website.